Good, happy Friday morning, November 13, 2020. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. We have a lot of news to get to this Friday morning, so let's begin. First up, coronavirus in New Hampshire, key information and data. Let's take a look at that right now. And here is a look at that information for all of you right now. There are 13,470 number of people in New Hampshire have tested positive for COVID-19. 10,513,068 number of people in the United States have tested positive. 495 number of deaths from COVID-19 in New Hampshire. 804 number of people have been hospitalized with COVID-19 in New Hampshire. And 527 number of deaths from COVID-19 in the United States. And now let's take a look at this map of New Hampshire where current cases of COVID-19 are. In Manchester, 199. Let's take a look at this map of New Hampshire where total cases of COVID-19 are. Manchester, 2639. And now let's take a look at these three charts here. Let's start with the first chart here. New cases each day in New Hampshire in the purple. Daily new positive COVID-19 cases. In the orange, new hospitalization. In red, deaths. And let's take a look at this chart here. Total cases in the purple. Total current COVID-19 cases. In the orange, current hospitalization. Let's take a look at this chart here. Total cases in the purple, total COVID-19 cases. In the orange, total hospitalization. Red, death, and blue, recovered. Let's take a look at this chart here. Positive PCR test rate and daily PCR test. And let's take a look at this chart here. Age group of cases. Female and male of cases and risk information. Let's take a look at this chart here. Infections, hospitalizations, and deaths. And let's take a look at this chart here. Deaths, percent of New Hampshire population, race/ethnicity of cases, and hospitalizations. And a reminder, your common symptoms: fever, lack of smell, cough, chills, difficult breathing, nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea. How it spreads, and prevention tips. And be sure to stay with the Riley King Network for the latest of your COVID-19 information. New Hampshire reports more than 300 new COVID-19 cases in a single day for the first time. Daily PCR test positivity rate at 2.6%, officials say. Let's take a listen to that video from WR News 9.
It's the official tractor of Tough Cap Month at Mahindra. Get great deals on all cap.
Tonight, New Hampshire has topped 300 daily cases of COVID-19 for the first time. But once again, Governor Chris Sununu is warning it will likely get worse.
We have 350 cases today. If you ask me where we're going to be in 2 weeks, I think we're over 1,000. I think that's it. And we're preparing for that.
With numbers rising and resources stretched thin, the state health department will scale back contact tracing efforts. Moving forward, they will focus on the highest need, including people younger than 18 or older than 65, minorities, congregate living settings, as well as clusters and healthcare workers.
So we are asking people who have been diagnosed with COVID-19, and we are asking our healthcare providers and local partners to help with the outreach effort.
Health officials are also warning Granite Staters who voted in person on Election Day after at least 4 cases of potential community exposure at the polls. At Salhegan High School, Pembroke Academy, Belmont High School, and Newfields Elementary School, an infected person was in line and unable to social distance.
Based on our rate of community transmission right now, if you were in line at a polling station on Election Day, that you really need to be monitoring for symptoms of COVID-19.
The governor imploring people to resist COVID fatigue as the end of the pandemic is far from over.
We're getting there, but we still have quite some months to go. It's going to be a while before the vaccine is fully implemented.
And officials want people to know that the state restrictions alone are not going to be enough to curb the spread of the virus. It's going to come down to everyone else following them in being safe.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Interstate youth hockey competitions across New England, New Jersey suspended until the end of 2020. Governors from New England states and New Jersey make a joint statement yesterday. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9, Andy Hirschberger.
Hey, Paul here, owner of Century Roofing. I personally wish to thank the thousands of our customers for supporting our team. At Century, our team continues to grow.
New Hampshire has joined the other New England states and New Jersey and will no longer allow cross-border youth and public and private school hockey competition. The moratorium starts Saturday and runs through the end of the year.
Given the support for this agreement from all of our regional neighbors, I think New Hampshire just made the kind of the practical decision, if you will, to join the effort, as all the states were kind of doing it as one.
We think that by being able to play hockey, even if it's only in state, we can come up with a really good program for that.
Lisa Horn has two sons who play for the Manchester Flames. She says that organization has about 450 kids ages 3 to 18, and this move will impact about 20 travel teams.
We knew this was a distinct possibility that this could happen, and at the start of the season we worked and partnered with our other organizations in the state to try and come up with another league should this occur, and so we sort of moving forward in that direction now.
Youth hockey already had a 2-week shutdown last month because of increased cases of the coronavirus. Matthew Roy represents 179 teams in the New Hampshire Amateur Hockey Association. He says this is just another hurdle they need to overcome to keep the kids on the ice.
It wasn't unexpected with the bordering states, doing the same thing and going in that direction. It's not something that we weren't expecting. It is something that, we're in favor of. We don't disagree with it.
We're just trying to roll with the punches as best we can. We know it's really important for our kids to have this outlet, to be able to be on the ice, to be able to be with their peers, and in whatever way that we can do that to make it safe for our families, we're willing to abide by those guidelines.
This question of travel youth hockey restrictions will be revisited at the beginning of next year. Reporting live, Mandy Hirschberger, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Child hit by car killed in Manchester, police say. Incident is not considered a hit and run, police say. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9, Siobhan Lopez.
It's 1955 when great-grandfather Pearlie and our grandfather George.
A tight-knit neighborhood in mourning on Manchester's west side following the death of a young child involved in a collision with a vehicle.
I'm shooken up. I heard that the little boy passed away.
It happened around 3 in the afternoon in the area of Flaherty Lane, a narrow alley which runs from Catholic Medical Center to West High School, teeming with young families. While it's unclear what factors were involved in the crash, neighbors say it is a high-traffic area where children often play outside and ride bikes.
The drivers, they don't stop. They just go. They keep going both ways. This street is always busy. My mom had these signs put up about 7 years ago because of all the kids in the alley.
Police have released few details about what happened, but a small bike was seen on the ground. Investigators with the Manchester Police Traffic Division focused their attention on a section of alley that connects Flaherty Lane to Notre Dame Ave, where family members were gathered in a parking lot mourning the tragic loss.
It hurts. I'm close to all the little kids around here.
Police say they are in contact with the driver involved in the crash, but anyone who may have witnessed it should reach out and contact Manchester Police. We're live in Manchester tonight. Siobhan Lopez, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. State releases new travel guidelines ahead of holiday season. Governor offers advice. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9, Kristen Carosa.
For the easy and the complex, the small stuff and the big, we're here with the affordable local loans, easy to manage accounts, and financial advice to help you blaze a trail, figure stuff out, and make your money go farther. We're Granite State Credit Union. Live bold.
Governor Chris Sununu is making a change to the state's guidance on recreational travel outside of New England.
Currently, when you come back, we're having folks quarantine for 14 days. We're augmenting that to allow a 7-day quarantine with a test. So
if people test negative, they're able to break their quarantine after 7 days, or they still can decide to do the 14-day quarantine without a test.
Essential travel, whether it be for work, whether it be for school, those exemptions still remain in place.
Sununu says the state is not going to issue formal guidance about holiday gatherings, but they do have advice.
If folks are elderly, if there are underlying health conditions, they need to take extra precautions. They need to maintain their social distancing, and I would strongly recommend anyone that falls under those categories think twice about any type of gathering.
Health officials say there continues to be a lot of asymptomatic transmission.
Every time a group of people come together, there is a risk. The risk getting to zero is not possible. We cannot manage zero risk. The government can't put mandates in to get it to zero. It's just not possible.
Sununu also says when people at gatherings feel too comfortable and don't wear a mask, it can become what health officials call a super spreader event.
You got to be smart. We're not going to send the mask police in there. We're not doing these, mandates of what you have to be doing within your home. But we're really making sure that that message stays elevated.
And because this is such a unique year, the governor is asking families to consider what they can sacrifice during the holidays. Reporting in Concord, Kristen Carosa, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And that does it for this morning edition of the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. Thank you for watching this morning edition. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you back here later on today for another newscast. I'll have a news report coming up in a little bit. Goodbye, everyone.